H.O.P.E, a little aloha in our day. Hi, Shaka Fly, how's it? I'm your Aunty Dawn, here again with your Choose Aloha session pump up for today. Because champions always choose aloha. Thanks for rejoining me, you superheroes, you. Yeah, you, because you are champions. You always choose aloha. So far, we have 4 superpower moves for courage. First one was power posing. Second one, affirmations. Third one, mindfulness. And then just recently, last time together, we learned about the brave breath. Today, we're going to add to those 4 by celebrating courage and going into our second topic. We're going to conclude this chapter on courage and go into gratitude. Have you ever heard of famous failures? Yeah, an epic failure. Famous now. Today, our superpower is turning that failure into a future success. But before we do, let's start with a warm-up to train our brains a mindful moment. Remember, first of all, sit or stand in a comfortable position. I kind of like my seat right here, so I'll stay seated. Second, go ahead and close your eyes. Let's focus our minds and attention and energy on you flying, soaring higher and higher to greater heights. There's a beautiful blue sky all around you, some puffy cotton white clouds all around you. Take a few deep breaths down in your diaphragm, down in your tummy. Make sure that expands, not just your shoulders. Enjoy the peace and freedom of soaring, rising to new heights, rising above. And as you do another deep breath, reflect and think quietly on your relationship with fear, failure, and success. Okay, open your eyes and come back to me, please. Let's look at that just a little bit. How many of you, by a show of hands, right there where you are in your home or where you're watching on your phone, show of hands, how many of you have failed at something before? Raise your hand. Good. Keep it up if you failed more than once. I got my hand up, believe me. Have you failed more than 5 times maybe over your whole life? Mine's still up. It's going off camera. It's so high up. Maybe 10 times. Maybe 20 times. Okay, give yourself a big pat on the back for admitting that you have failed. Because only strong people can admit that we have failed. Thank you. Yeah, I fail like a boss. Some people can't ever admit that they make mistakes, fail, or have messed up. A lot of people have this misconception or a bad idea in their head that failure is a sign of weakness. That's not true. You aren't weak if you fail. In fact, every one of us fails. Only strong people can admit it, and you just did. Even right there in the sanctity of your home, in the sacredness of your space, if you raise your hand, yeah, you. Only weak people fail and do not try again, or they can't admit it. Prove it, Aunty Dawn. I can just hear you right now. Prove it to us right now. Okay, sure. We've been talking about a great failure, this famous failure. His name is Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, but he failed at 9th grade basketball team, was rejected off the team, then became the greatest of all time. Here's another one. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books. Yeah, she failed. She was rejected by 12 different publishers. Those are the people who print the books. And she is now printed to world fame and acclaim and very successful. You've probably read those books. Here's another one that you may recognize. Bey, the Queen Bee, Beyonce. Yay. She lost her very first singing competition. She failed with her band. They all disbanded even after they had gotten some fame. And now she's an extremely successful solo artist. Beyonce, Jay-Z, you know her. And then here's a local boy from Hawaii. He is a famous failure, and he admits it. First off, he's my friend, Kelly Boy de Lima from Kapena. He's from the West Side, and he was drug addicted even as a young boy. He had gone through some trauma in his family, in his house, and he was rejected. But today, he and his wife, Leolani, and their children and their grandchildren, they're in this the most successful band out of the state of Hawaii. We all recognize Masese, Masese, Kapena. There are so many famous failures, so many epic fails. In fact, let's take a look at this quick video to show you just a few more that you might recognize. Welcome back. Famous failures, and it's true. If you've never failed, you have never tried anything new. Whether it's jumping into a double Dutch jump rope, maybe it's the jump shot for your basketball game, or jumping up to give a speech in front of many people, jump in and fail. It's the only way to true success. There are so many great quotes on failure. Let me share just a couple, and you can even come up with one with your own and write it in your G journal. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. In fact, another quote says, failure is the key to success. Each mistake teaches us something. Use failure as an inspiration. And here's another one. The master has failed more times than the beginner has ever even tried. Here's my favorite one of all, last one. Failure is success in progress. Catch that. Failure is success in progress. Only strong people can fail and get back up and try again. Weak people stay down, they give up easily, and maybe they don't even try. So you, our Choose Aloha champions, are going to try again. Chee-hoo! Come on. Today we're celebrating courage and getting ready for our next Choose Aloha pillar and chapter. It's called gratitude. We'll take a minute to review this new superpower of courage that you have. First, take out your G journal. You know this one. You have one at home. Or you can just use a piece of paper. And at the top of that, go ahead and write clipboard of courage. I did that on my page right there. Then put your name. You can see my name is added up there, Aunty Dawn, just in case, somebody takes a look at my stuff. They can't steal it. I also have a fancy printed version right here in my Choose Aloha manual, the clipboard of courage. Whatever you want. Either you can have ghetto fabulous or professional. Go ahead and get yourself a clipboard of courage. Now, next, listen and mindfully pick the best one you like from our Choose Aloha sessions together. First day that we started courage, we introduced courage. The definition is so simple. It is choosing to do the right thing even when you're scared. Choosing love over fear. And that's inspired by 6-year-old Jesse Lewis, the inspiration of Choose Love and Choose Aloha movement. He was 6 years old when he stood up to the gunman in his first grade class and yelled, "Run!" That's courage, choosing love over fear. Remember, we can't always choose what happens to us, but we can always choose our response, and we can always choose aloha. Second day of courage, we started our G journals, our Aloha, Choose Aloha journals. Have you been writing your 5 G sentences? I am thankful, I am grateful, I am blessed. If not, every day is a fresh chance to get started. So go ahead and start filling that in. Third day of courage, we asked, who's the boss? Remember the 3-part brain model, and we introduced you to your brain? Let's do it together. High five, social distance. Then you have to leave the lizard, nudge the numbat, and hug the human, because you're the human, and we're not getting any hugs during quarantine, so hug the human. That's the best way, and that's how we keep our heads connected down to our hearts. That's how we become Choose Aloha champions. Next, in See how much we could be writing down right now in your clipboard of courage. You're picking one of these. Next, we learned 4 superpowers in a row. Power posing, day 1. Remember? The Wonder Woman, the Superman, the Hulk smash. Affirmations was our second superpower. Third was mindfulness. And just last time, brave breaths. So simple, so easy and powerful. That's why we call them superpowers. And today we closed out our courage sessions with famous failures. In other words, how to have courage to fail, having the courage to fail. Okay, it's that time. So what? Now what? Your turn. Pick one and or more of your favorites that we have taught during the courage thing. What is a new thing that you learned about courage? What are you going to try to do more of? The G journal, the power posing, mindfulness, breathing, affirmations. Write it, draw it, or create it. You can get as creative as you want. You can come up with a TikTok, a cheer, a chant, a dance, a haka. You can do just kabongers. Go creative with it. In your clipboard of courage, you could write a song, an ukulele contest. You could do whatever you want, but pick it and draw it. I drew here my power pose. It's Wonder Woman with the heart. And she's posing it out. I'm just getting started. I'm going to go finish this up right after we say goodbye. Great job, all-stars. You've just mastered courage. That is the launch pad for all great human adventures, endeavors, and superhero action figures. Too far? Yeah, not enough. No way, my Choose Aloha champions. Not far enough, because we're just getting started. When we come back, we're going to learn about gratitude. And until then, chee-hoo! Keep choosing aloha, because champions always choose aloha. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day.